loves! So today's my last major day of filming before the official move to Texas and before my life starts getting like way too crazy. So today is like the last day I'm filming any major requests or anything like that you guys have and working on some big projects. And I asked on Twitter what you guys wanted to see because today was my last day of filming, and everyone, I'm not joking you, everyone said a Q&A. A couple of people were like, oh, well, I like get ready with me's, but also do a Q&A. Then I had someone be like, okay, well, a morning routine, but can you do a Q&A too? So I didn't realize you guys like them so much. I don't feel like I'm that interesting, but I asked on Instagram if you guys have any questions. Let me actually see, because it's been a little bit longer than when I checked previously. There were like, okay, there's 273 questions and it's been 15 minutes. Come on. You guys are like the most adorable human beings, and I can't believe that you actually want to know things about me, because I just don't feel like I'm that interesting. But you guys make me feel so good and I love you so much. So if you want to participate in the next Q&A, today I actually only ask for questions on Instagram, but normally I ask on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Today I just don't have as much time, so I only ask on Insta. If you want to follow the social media I'm most likely to ask for questions though, I ask for them most regularly on Instagram. So follow me on there at LoeyBug if you ever want to be a part of the next Q&A. I see so many people ask things like favorite beauty product or like desert island beauty product, like the one thing I want, or like what are my top ones that I recommend. So what I'll do is recommend one just general beauty, because I wanted to talk about this actually for a little while. It is the reason I'm wearing colored lipstick today. So I'm going to talk about one beauty and then maybe a couple of makeup favorites that are just like current, like holy grail desert island sort of things. A lot of you comment on my tutorials and ask why I don't wear colored lipstick more often, and honestly, like, this is kind of embarrassing, and it's not really my fault. It's just that I feel, and I've always felt like I didn't have the whitest teeth, and it's not because I don't have great dental hygiene, because trust me, I do. I had braces for like 4 years, and you best believe when those suckers came off, there was zero marks. You could not tell where the braces had been. I'm kind of crazy with brushing my teeth and using floss and mouthwash and everything on the daily multiple times a day. But the thing is, this is sort of embarrassing, my canines were actually in my mouth. Like, my baby teeth didn't come down because they were turned around. So they stayed in my mouth for a few years, well actually like probably 10 years more than they should have before I had the corrective oral surgery. And so they're just a little bit yellower than the rest of my teeth. And that sounds gross, but lately I've been using a teeth whitening product, and I don't talk about teeth whitening products very frequently because I feel like if something does work, it's not very like lasting. Recently I started using these professional teeth whitening strips from Mr. Blanc, and they are one of the first teeth whitening products I've ever actually been like, okay, you work, you're perfect, and I honestly feel like the results are amazing. I started seeing them within like the first 2 or 3 uses, but most people say you have to use them for like 14 days to see a real difference. I like them because they come in these little foil packets, and I'm probably gonna get unready after I film these next few videos, so I'll go ahead and show you because I'm gonna use them anyways. You just tear open the foil packet like so, and then on the inside you have this little sheet, and you have this one for your lower teeth and this one for your upper teeth, and you just put it on, you leave them on for 30 minutes. They don't taste bad, they don't feel really invasive. My teeth don't feel sensitive after I use them. One of the nicest things too is I can I'm not like going shopping with them on or anything, but I feel like I can go through my day because they're just like clear strips, and if they do leave any residue, it's like the tiniest bit of gel. It doesn't taste gross, it doesn't feel gross. I just like rinse it away with a little bit of water and it's fine. I'm obsessed with these, and you guys know I don't really think I've ever like made a video on teeth whitening or anything. I'm gonna make my husband try these next, so if I get his like before and afters, I'll totally show them on Insta, because he is like a major coffee drinker, as am I, and so he has a lot of staining too. These are just really good at removing anything on your teeth, and I really like it because I feel like my front teeth weren't whitened to a ridiculous point. Anyways, that's kind of my spiel on these. I know that was like a full-on review in this Q&A, but I really like these and I've wanted to talk about them for a while, so I thought I might as well right now. I'll have a link and a coupon for you guys down below. And yeah, that's probably my first desert island or holy grail beauty product of the moment, because I just feel like the reason I've started wearing colored lipstick more and more and bright lips is because I finally feel okay with drawing a little bit of attention to my teeth now that they're just a bit brighter and whiter. So that is my first like kind of holy grail item. My second one of the moment, I just tried for the first time today, but I can honestly say it's the new Too Faced Born This Way foundation. You guys, I'm obsessed. If you want to see my first impressions of this, it will be up super soon, but I love this foundation so much. I'm wearing it today. My shade is warm beige and it is just perfect. It gives the most flawless finish. It has full, beautiful coverage, but it also doesn't feel cakey to the touch, which is nice. And my other favorite of the moment, we'll do one more. This is my favorite mascara right now, and it is the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara, and I'm wearing it today, but then I put on falsies too, so that kind of doesn't help. I really like this mascara a lot. I just feel like it volumizes more and it makes like a big difference. So those, in case you've ever wondered, are my current favorite beauty products. And I know I do favorites a lot, but those are sort of spur of the moment, what I'm using like crazy right now. And now we'll get into very specific questions from you guys. Oh man, I'm cramping really bad. One's hot beyond. Does your hubby ever get peeved because of the negative comments you get online or in public? How does he handle those when they happen? I would say no one really says anything crappy to me when I'm with Tyler, just because like I guess he's intimidating. I mean, if someone says something crappy to me, it's normally when I'm by myself, and I think that that's because people who are just like inherently not nice people don't want to deal with actual confrontation. They just want to knock you down like real fast and be done with it and run for their little lives. As far as negative comments online, like he's really good at just, I don't know, there was one situation where this girl said something and she didn't even, well, okay, she meant it, I think, but like, I don't think that she meant it in a bad way, and I was going to go off. Like, I was really mad at what she said. And Tyler actually responded to her on Instagram and took it to a very like chill and calm level, and it came out that she didn't even mean what she said like I was going to be taking it. She commented about how apparently I can't have kids because I'm so big and all this and all that, and he just like, he very calmly like just talked to her and like got to the bottom of the situation. But as far as just really shitty comments, like he doesn't care. And it's not like he doesn't care as in, oh, put up with them kind of thing. He just thinks like people who do that aren't you guys. They're not like my actual subscribers. And he's told me it just comes with the territory, and he's the person who keeps me so grounded because I don't know, honestly, like sometimes the negative comments are just too freaking much and I just want to quit. And then he's like, but look at what this girl said about you on Instagram, and look at all the people who liked your new video and all that. So he is really good at that sort of stuff. He doesn't really get peeved. He's very grounded and down to earth, and he makes sense. Kara610 says, can we be besties? Smiley face, smiley face. And of course we can, Kara. Come on over, girl. We'll drink some Starbucks and watch Mean Girls. Dannykins wants to know what my absolute favorite shop for plus size clothing is. And my favorite shop for plus size clothing, right now it's Boohoo. I'm obsessed with Boohoo, you guys. It is my freaking jam. I feel like they have such a wide range of plus size clothes that are so trendy, and plus they're really inexpensive. So I'll have it listed down below if you want to go and shop through it. They're not sponsoring me, by the way. They have no clue who I am. I just buy from them constantly. Peyton Phillips 1 says favorite TV show, probably Pretty Little Liars right now. But that's just right now. Like, I don't watch a whole lot of TV, and if I do, it's binge watching on Netflix. I really liked Orange is the New Black until I started season 2, and now I'm really like not into it. I know I need to do it, like I need to make it to season 3, if for nothing else, just for Ruby Rose. But right now, Piper is annoying me. Alex is gone, and she was my like favorite, honestly, and I know she shouldn't be my favorite because she's just kind of a crabby person in general. Sophia's still there, and I do love Sophia, and I also love Crazy Eyes, so she's still there. But most of the characters, like the main characters, annoy me, and I feel like that's sort of a weird statement. So I don't know. I want to power through it so I can quit whining about it and quit talking about how annoying all of the characters are. But those are the only two I'm like really watching right now. Arabian_beauty with 3 Ys. Have you ever looked at any skinny girls and wished you had their body? And what advice do you have for big girls that don't have confidence? And I love you. Stay sexy, babe. Love you. #curvy girls. And then a bunch of lovey emoji faces. I love you too. Thank you for your comment. Have I ever looked at skinny girls and wished I had their body? No, I just look at humans in general and I'm like, you're really beautiful, you're really attractive. Like, those are the kinds of thoughts that I have. When I was younger, I remember looking at girls and being like, God, I wish like I had your body. Like, I would be so much happier if I was your size. I think it's just important to come to a place where you don't have those kinds of thoughts, or if you do, like, I mean, I can understand being envious of another person and just being really envious of their beauty in general, but you have to remember that there are different kinds of beauty and we all can't be the same sort of beautiful. So, I mean, it's really cool to admire other people and to compliment other people, or to even like look at people from afar and see a stranger on the street and be like, dang girl, you're gorgeous. But I think it's also really important not to look at them and judge them in accordance with you. Does that make any sense? Kenzie M_00. How do you find the perfect guy and how has your marriage been so successful? I don't know how you find the perfect guy, Kenzie. Honestly, I got really lucky with Tyler. We've known each other for a really long time, and that's what sort of like keeps me from making a lot of relationship videos, because I don't know how I got as lucky as I did. Honestly, like Tyler and I have known each other since we were kids, and we go into our marriage in particular with a very like family mentality, like you come before anyone else. And he is my family more than anything else. Like, yes, he's my husband, but he's my family, and he's my family that I'll have for the rest of my life. And I hope that that makes sense. I hope that isn't taken the wrong way. But as far as like finding the perfect guy, I think the perfect guy finds you, girl. Like, don't waste your time on the crappy ones. It's that simple. When you feel like a guy is giving you a skeezy vibe, if he's giving you any sort of a weird vibe, that's an instant indication. That was a bad snap. That's an instant indication, I can't talk, that you need to get out. Like, if a guy is skeezing you out, there's a reason he's skeezing you out. Like, it's not your fault that someone else is being sketchy. I think it's fine to look at it from an objective point of view and like go to a friend and be like, is this weird, or is it just like me who's perceiving it this way? But honestly, at the end of the day, if you feel weird in a situation, get out of it and move on to the next one, because there are plenty of nice guys in the world. Monica Bauer asks, what is your favorite outdoor activity? What is your favorite vacation? And one place I want to travel to. So let's start with the first one. My favorite outdoor activity is just walking. I love walking so much. And I think it's just kind of therapeutic. Like, I feel like when I walk, I'm able to listen to music or an audiobook, or I'm able to just kind of like be with my thoughts and be with my dogs, and I'm totally content with everything in my life. So I really like going for walks so much, and that's like my favorite outdoor activity ever. And then what was the other thing that you asked? You asked, what is my favorite vacation? Like the favorite one that I've ever been on? I would say I have really fond memories of when I was younger. Every single year, like during the summer, my family and I would go to visit my mother's relatives in Michigan, and I would go every single summer, and I was really close with my entire family. And I'm not close with them anymore, and I think that's just kind of life. Like, I want to be the first one to tell you that if you have been disowned or you don't get along with your family, that it's okay. It's really all right. You will turn out just fine, because I don't really get along with mine anymore. I get along with my mom and my dad okay. But as far as my extended family, we haven't talked in a few years. And there are reasons for that, obviously. But now especially, like, I look at that time and I remember it so fondly, because at the time it was wonderful and there was nothing wrong. And like, my aunt was like my second mother. And I cherish that time with my grandparents and my extended family so much. And why am I getting so emotional? I want to move on from this. That being said, like, I obviously still miss them. So I know that this wasn't really supposed to be like this kind of a question, but that is my favorite like vacation ever. That was my favorite, and I probably will never do it again, so it's very cherished in my mind. And then one place I want to travel to right now, Japan, because I just want to go to there. Brown-Eyed Cutie 3 said, where did you get that blouse? Love. Thank y'all. It is a dress, and it is from Fashion to Figure. I'm actually gonna do a like outfit of the day with this, because I actually did like this particular dress. I showed it in a lookbook previously, but I really like the way that I'm styling it today a lot better. And I think I found a dupe like online where you can get this sort of a similar dress but in a ton of different colors. So I'm actually going to show it today. Maybe I'll already have that up by now, and if it is, it will be linked down below. Hannah Stagram asked a very personal question, and she says, I'm a bigger girl, and the question might be TMI, but how do you build confidence to undress in front of a man or partner? I love myself and my body, but I have yet to be completely undressed in front of a man, and it's one of my biggest fears. What if they're disgusted or disappointed? P.S. I love you. I love you too, Hannah. And I understand your fear, because honestly, and I don't talk about this sort of stuff very often, and it's just because like I'm kind of a shy person in general, which I know like you don't get from this interaction. I'm just sort of shy with these sort of topics, and it's not because there's like anything to be ashamed of or anything. It's just I don't talk about this kind of stuff very often, like not even with my friends. I feel like a lot of friends have like crazy sex talks and stuff like that, and I don't. I do have one friend who I tell everything to, but even then, like I don't talk about most of the stuff. So as far as getting undressed in front of a partner, I understand where you're coming from, I really do. It can be really intimidating, and it is your most vulnerable self that you can willingly give to another person. When you let someone basically see you naked, it's because you probably are going to be intimate with them physically, maybe, it's not always the case, or because you trust them. And that can be really scary, to bare yourself completely to another person in terms of physical, like... I'm trying so hard to be delicate with this, but in terms of being like physical with another person, like being naked is about as much as it gets. If you find the right person though, you will feel comfortable. And if someone makes you feel uncomfortable or makes you feel ashamed for the way that you look, or like makes comments about you other than how fabulous you are, that's not someone you should be giving the privilege of seeing you naked to. Just don't be around people like that, because people like that do not deserve that. Number one, they also just don't deserve your time in general. The right person will also be patient. So just keep that in mind and don't do it if you feel uncomfortable. Somebody asked if I could talk about my new dog a little bit more. Come here, big boy. Come on. Come here. Come on. Come on up. I know, that's a very good burp. Can you come on? Can you come here? Come on. Come on, Ray. Good boy. Can you say hi? Oh, can you come in frame, or is that too much for you? This is Riley. He's my new dog. I have really briefly talked about him on social media, and there will be, come on, Riley, come on. You can come all the way in my lap. He's like, Mom, I'm 60 pounds. No, I can't. Okay, here we go. This is Riley. We don't really know what kind of breed of dog he is, and we rescued him, didn't we, baby? He's 4.5 years old, we think. And I know you guys can barely see him right now. He's kind of shy. He doesn't really seem to like the lights very much, and he doesn't like to be picked up. I think like it's really vulnerable, or he feels really vulnerable being picked up. But his story will be on my vlog channel as soon as I'm caught up. You guys should see his little head in my lap. He's such a lover. He's such a good boy. And he's such a good dog. I cry all the time because I wonder how anyone could treat him like I know he's been treated. He was abused, and we did know him for several months before finally getting him into our house. Hey, is that yours? Is that mine? Why are you eating it? Good boy. So he's just a really good dog. And oh, there they go. They can see your face. Look at a handsome boy. It was a very long process to rescue him, but now he's here. And yeah, I mean, I don't have much more to say except we rescued him from an extremely abusive situation. I will tell the full story once we move out of this area, because the people live next door to us, and I don't really want to start that fire when I live next door to the people. But he's such a good dog. He's so patient. He's such a lover. He wants nothing more than to be held and cuddled and played with. And he's just very, very, very good. He hasn't had any problems so far. You are so hairy. That's your only problem.
Oh boy, now I gotta readjust.
Okay. Wait, are you dismissed? Are you leaving your mother? Oh, thank you. Great paw. So hopefully the camera's not too off. I'm going to answer a few more questions because it is getting kind of late in the day, and I have a very fancy well, not really a very fancy schmancy dinner, but I am going out to dinner with friends and the hubby tonight. Are you behaving, young sir? Hey, I told you not to eat that. Paige Hickey, do you want children? I do eventually, probably not for a while. And I say that now because for a while there I was like, I really want babies right meow. Like I had a baby fever so bad, and then I got Riley and I realized I just think that I wanted something else to like nurture. I really like having my dogs right now and being able to take them with me when I want to, but also knowing that they're self-sufficient and like they're gonna be okay if I leave them for a few hours. I don't think I could like handle babies right now and the mess that comes with them. So like right now I'm petting Riley, but if I stop, he'll walk away. A lot of people ask who my favorite YouTuber is, and I swear to you, I talk about him all of the freaking time. If you're on my social media, I probably mention watching him like 99% of the time, but it's just because like, I mean, if we're being real, it's not like for show. It's not because like I want to be like a girly gamer or whatever. I do play video games on my second channel, but I haven't done it for a while. Like, I really like Markiplier, number one, because I really like video games, and number two, because I think he's hilarious. And honestly, he's my favorite YouTuber of all time. I think he's a very genuine person, and I really like him a lot. But then I'm also asked all the time who my favorite beauty YouTuber is. I'm just gonna name a few girls I really, really, really like. I really like Kathleen Lights a lot. I talk about her a lot, I think, just in passing, but she's one of my like ultimate favorites. I just think she's a really genuine person, but on top of that, her makeup skills are like on point. So I really, really like her. I also love Jaclyn Hill so freaking much, it's not even funny. I love my friend Alex from Learning to Be Fearless. Her beauty videos are amazing. I love all of the girls from Battle Ash, but Samantha is my favorite ever. She's like bae of all time. I love Graveyard Girl, and I think my last one would be Casey Holmes. I really like her too. And then other than that, like my favorite YouTubers are always very like, honestly, I love YouTube and I love the beauty side of YouTube, but most often you'll find that when I talk about people that I like, it's not like, oh my god, her makeup skills. It's like, oh my god, she makes me laugh so hard. Like, I really love those people because they're really good at makeup and they teach me things, but they also have amazing personality. Also, I really love Manny MUA and I met him this year and he's like, I hope you enjoyed this Q&A. I'm sorry that the angle is a little bit weird right now just because I was showing you guys my dog, but I want to do more Q&As. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Everyone who asked if I can do a Kansas meetup or a Texas meetup or where I'm moving to in Texas, I'll address all of that really quickly. I cannot do a Kansas meetup. Basically the move is supposed to start in 2 days and I'm going to a very exciting and special place smack dab in the middle of the move. I cannot make a Kansas meetup work. I'm sorry. I will be coming back to this area periodically, probably not too often, but a lot of my friends are leaving this area and I'm sure I'll be back here maybe in the fall or something, or the winter. So if I ever come back to Kansas, I will do a Kansas meetup, but for now I'm not going to. And it's not like a really snotty thing like, oh no, I'm not going to do a meetup in Kansas. It's like I physically cannot. Yes, I will do meetups in Texas, but not right now and not in the near future. Right now I'm just very focused on moving, and it's going to be a very therapeutic process because this is like my first real home. I'm moving to my first house, which is, I mean, this is a house, this is a townhouse, but this is like my first standalone house with a yard and like all, you know, just like everything I've ever wanted. And so it's going to be really fun, but I want to take some time and settle into my new life and settle back into a routine because I feel like my life has been chaos and let's go and go and go and go and go for the last like 6 months. Honestly, I still haven't unpacked suitcases from my last trip and it's been like a month. Like it's been a lot of like moving constantly and just doing the thing, and so I want to take some time and settle in. I am not disclosing where I'm moving in Texas yet, and I don't know if I want to, not because like I want it to be some big secret, but because I was really open about where I lived here. And there were some incidents where that didn't work out in my favor. There were also some really great incidents. Like I met viewers who worked at my favorite stores and stuff like that. But like, I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm gonna say, if I have like meetups and stuff, obviously you guys will know, but I don't know if I want to say where Tyler is being stationed next. I just don't know that I want to. And hopefully you guys understand that and you don't like take that the wrong way, because it's not like I am being bratty or I just don't want you to know because I don't want you to know. It's part of like my way of protecting Tyler, just the same way that like I don't take pictures 99% of the time of him in uniform with like his name tape on and, you know, stuff that you guys can see. It's like I just want to protect him and I want to protect my family. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. Oh, another thing I was asked a lot, I keep like almost ending this Q&A. I was asked a lot if Aaron is moving with us, and unfortunately that's not how the army works. We are being moved because it is our time to move, but Aaron is still an army baby and he doesn't get to move for a while. So no, he will not be coming with us. So I think that that's all I needed to answer. And yeah, if you guys liked the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already, and until next time, my loves, I will see you very soon.